Welcome to another edition of Ask Me Anything. I'm Laura, and we have our resident expert, Theresa, who is here to talk to you a little bit today about spring cleaning in your practice. What does that mean, Theresa?
Well, spring cleaning in the practice means we need to really take a look at some of the things that clutter up our practices, just like things that clutter up our home. And we're doing spring cleaning in our home. So some of the things that I find most often when I'm doing a snapshot is treatment plans. And we all know that if we pull a report, we are looking at tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the practice, of unscheduled treatment plans. But what we often don't look at is, are these treatment plans part of a bigger treatment plan? Did the treatment plan change? And if so, we need to maybe do a little spring cleaning in that area. We must never, ever delete treatment plans. That is part of your legal record. That is part of the patient's record. But we definitely have to invalidate treatment plans that are no longer an option.
Okay. So what's the best way to start that? That sounds like a lot of work, just like real spring cleaning, and gets put off. What's the best way to start this?
It really can be a little bit daunting if this is not a process or a system that you have in place currently to kind of methodically go through that. One way that I like to catch those, short of printing pages of reports, is just going through those and starting it on your daily huddle report. Route prep is the best thing you can do for your practice in order to make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row. And that takes a bit of time initially, but it only takes time once if you keep it up. So part of the route prep process in preparation for your huddle meeting is to look at unscheduled treatment. And that's a really good place and time to do that. Just it can be overwhelming, like I said. So start with the patient that's in front of you, right? So the patients that are coming in that week and you're doing your route prep, take a look at those. And when I mean invalidate procedures that might no longer be necessary, it's not really the same thing as patients refusing treatment. That's a whole different conversation.
Okay.
I'm talking about a patient that, let's say, for example, they were on the schedule or doctor had treatment planned an MOD-B composite 2 years ago. And the patient is MIA or postponed that for whatever reason. And in the meantime, the tooth broke. And so now we've got this cusp fracture, and now we've got to crown it. So patient comes in as an emergency patient or scheduled, and we decide, okay, now we've got to do full coverage restoration on this tooth. So the crown gets done, and then I see this a lot. They come in a few months later for hygienist or assistant or receptionist or someone's looking at, oh, you have a filling on the upper right hand side. Number 3 needs to have this treatment done, without looking in their mouth or looking back on the records. And I've actually seen patients show up for that appointment only to, at the time of anesthesia, go, wait, this tooth has a crown on it.
You've seen that happen.
I have seen that happen. I mean, that's an extreme, but I have seen that happen. And that's, or the patient says, wait a minute, I thought I had some work done on that tooth not too long ago. And then somebody goes, oh, yeah, I see that here. Okay, that's not a good look for us. We don't want to come off as being incompetent or not understanding what we've done on our patients. We want to exude confidence in our patients, and have our patients feel that they're under the best possible care.
Absolutely.
So we have to really be more on top of those kinds of things. And it does happen. We get busy. right now, everyone's really short on team members. There's a lot of revolving doors going on as far as, but so again, it goes back to having a system in place. So if your systems are in place, then it's going to be a lot less chasing your tail when the time comes, and just a better position for you to be in.
Yeah, a great system for spring cleaning, but as you mentioned, a great system for route planning itself. We have another AMA, which was a few weeks ago. So if you didn't hear it, go back and check it out on proper route planning, how to have a system around that. Theresa is a little expert in all of these things, all things system in the practice. So it's great to get that. Any other, in the last 60 seconds we have here, Theresa, anything else you want to tell us about spring cleaning in our practice?
Well, I would think another thing to mention as far as spring cleaning, besides just the treatment plan aspect of it, is just going through and making absolutely sure that if we have any credits that we need to reimburse the patient on, we can't keep those. You know, the patient, if they are patient credits legitimately, that those need to be reimbursed. And so just to take a look, but again, just a reminder how every single thing is connected to every single thing. And so, you know, we have to really just have those good systems in place. And it's not overwhelming if they are in place, but it can be very daunting and overwhelming, and everybody's frustrated and your patients are not happy, doctors not happy, everybody's spinning their wheels because there's no system.
Yeah, getting the system in place is key. But like you said, at least starting on your current patients, that can help put you into a pattern of establishing a system that makes sense if you don't already have one.
Right, absolutely. That and making sure that your whole team knows what to look for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Thank you for
systems and
joining
team
us.
training.
Spring training, yes. And it's coming up soon. And I don't know if I'm ready for my spring cleaning in my house either. Thank you for joining us on today's AMA. If you have any questions in your practice, please feel free to DM us or email us, and we'd love to answer the questions you have in your practice. Thank you, Theresa.
Thank you, Laura.